Canary Wharf has a very large shopping complex. This is a tour of all of the lifts in the shopping centres. The tour starts walking over the bridge away from the Museum of Docklands. Here is a map. The person on the map shows where I am filming. Here is the first lift. I am now going into the shopping centre. Here are some fast lifts to the underground car park.
Doors closing. Level -4, car park. Doors open.
Walking through this door takes you to a passage that takes you to a lift that goes down to a service area in the 4th basement. Here is the spooky service area. At the end of the passage is another lift that goes to the same floors as this one. Also, the goods lift on the left doesn't go to the same floors. Instead, it goes straight to Tesco's on the 1st floor. Here is the lift at the other end of the passage. This door leads to the lift to the 4th basement, and this door leads to the other lift, but it is not advertised. From now on, most of the rest of the shopping centres are underground, on basement 1. The next lift is on the other side of the DLR. It is similar to the last lift, but it only goes as far as basement 2. Next, the shopping centre goes underneath 1 Canada Square, which is the main tower at Canary Wharf. This lift is one side of 1 Canada Square.
Doors opening.
This lift is the other side of 1 Canada Square. Carrying on down the shopping centre, here are some lifts to another underground car park.
Parking level 3.
Another lift to the underground car park and street level.
Retail mall level.
Now on to Waitrose. There are lifts each side of Waitrose.
Waitrose and retail mall going up.
The lifts on the other side of Waitrose go higher. There are also lifts inside Waitrose. Now I'm going to go round Waitrose and over some bridges to where the Barclays Tower is. Here's the lift to the bridge.
Level 0.
Here's the lift for the other side of the bridge.
Level -1.
Now into the shopping centre near the Barclays Tower. At the back of this shopping centre there's a lift that takes you from street level to the shopping centre. It also goes down further, but the button doesn't work. There's also another lift in this shopping centre, but every time I've been there it doesn't work. Now back across a different bridge to the main shopping centre. And now down the other side of the bridge. In these bridge lifts often the lights don't work and it gets very dark.
Level -1.
This lift takes you to the Jubilee line. There's also another lift that takes you to the Jubilee line, but it takes you to a different part, the main ticket office. And from there's another lift that takes you up to a different shopping centre. Here is the Jubilee line ticket office. This lift takes you up to the main entrance to the Jubilee line, and this lift takes you down to the trains. Now on to the shopping centre the other side of the Jubilee line. This lift takes you from the Jubilee line up to the other shopping centre. In the other shopping centre there are two glass lifts. They both start at the underground car park and go up to the shopping centre level, but only one of them continues on to street level.
Parking level P2. Retail mall level.
Next, a lift at the end of the shopping centre. This doesn't go far, this goes up to a mezzanine where the entrance to a tower is. Next is a lift that goes to the underground car parks. It also goes upwards to a mystery service area, but you can't get up there.
Parking level P2.
There's also an identical lift to this one. Next is the lift that goes up to a tower and up to an art gallery but is closed.
East Winter Gardens gallery level.
The next lift goes from the underground car parks to the shopping centre, then up to street level where there's a bridge. When you exit the shopping centre here, there is a bridge and a lift up to it. This lift goes less than a metre. This is the shortest proper lift I've ever been in. Going back into the shopping centre and go up to the far end, the lift there goes up to Docklands Light Railway Heron Keys station. And that's the end of my movie. Visit my website benobve.110megabyte.com.